cook it up, wait. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, set. Mark 54 is Mike. Check, check. Walk 54, walk 54. Here we go, here we go. Now.
On 1st and 10, Anders. The catch is made by Dylan Mitchell. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way that pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
And 5 yards to go.
Set. 18, Gator. Don't say nothing. Mike 55, Mike.
Anders from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On the ready.
The first carry now for Tony Pollard. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Look at me. Go.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. 13 yards and a 1st down, Cowboys. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Anders now looking to throw on 2nd down. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go, set, 60 or. Silver. Get it.
On first down, Gage, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively, 6 DBs in the game.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, check. Mike 55.
Operating from the gun. Floyd, he's going to fire one deep. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. And even 40 yards.
At the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Sam on. Crunch. Snap.
They'll try the left side. Gage, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready. 70, Indy, and Alpha. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. You're going to get this. You're all mine. Hey, check Mike. Watching your clock. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Floyd, that's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, PI gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
60 outlaw. 54. Mike 50. 22-jet bomber. 22-jet bomber. Let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Anders. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
Let's go.
Well, that 2nd down completion, something of a disaster, and now they're left with 3rd and long.
5.
Check, 55, Mike. Check.
Now Anders operating from the gun. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go, D. Hey,
They'll try the left side. Gage. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. You and I have talked about it before, but what about the year this guy's had on the ground? You come in as a rookie and in the discussion as MVP.
And people have always told me, running back, one of the easiest positions to break in, but not to this level. If you're talking MVP, that means he's had a sensational season.
First carry for James Conner. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 32 on the play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. With touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
60 or. Hey, lock it. Go.
Here's Anders on first down. That one complete to Elliott. But he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
So first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Yeah, Elliott trying to work his way forward, but it looks like he did not make it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A running play on first down will get 4 up to the 29. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep, tighten up.
On second down, Connor looking for space. 7 yards there and a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career, and Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
You're out.
They'll try the left side. Gage. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 54.
Hey, Orbit.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know. Hey, watch that. Check, Mike.
Get down.
2nd and 9 now. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4". Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Give me some. Here we go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Floyd. Got an open man. It's Washington. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Recon, 132 fighters. Hey, exit.
55, Mike, guys, 55.
Light.
Come on, D. Mike, 55. Check.
Go.
On 3rd down, Floyd. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A good down to possibly take a shot, and in fact, they'll come up with an empty backfield on 2nd and inches. 2nd down and inches. Got his man, it's Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
60 or rock it.
Throwing is Anders. Throwing on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Ready? 8, read. 5.
Anders on first and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But it's going to be second down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Anders now going to throw again. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before break. Anders. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it'll be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
X3, 218, chopper. Look, squeeze. Ready.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gage. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Here we go, team. Here I come.
Hey, high 7.
5-4, Mike, 5-4.
Let's go.
To throw on second down. Floyd. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
On the ready.
I spy a couple of extra defensive backs on the field for Dallas.
Cowboys in the dime on third.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Hey, one set. Check, Mike. Mike's 54. They not ready.
From the gun, Floyd. He's going to launch it for Washington. And that is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now Anders on 1st down. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Come on,
back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Go.
They'll run with Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Leo.
Now Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here we go. 18 Gators. Hey, stand up.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Down to about the 22 here. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 2nd down now, Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. On 3rd down, Elliott. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
The 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54. Nice, sweetheart. Check.
Go.
Watch twins.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gage. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I got you, boy. Check 3.
Topper.
2nd and 6. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Finish strong. Yeah, let's go.
Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, watch the lane. Mike 50.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Switch up. Mike, 5.
Get it.
Operating from the gun, Floyd. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 16th. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Go. No. Greystone, travel. Slam. Rock it.
They go to Elliott again. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That's it, baby.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on third down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, third down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And some room to maneuver. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards on the ground.
First down, Dallas.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Let's put that team on the clock.
Again, it's Elliott. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, defense.
On third down, it's Pollard. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
They come out here in the eye.
Yeah, let's get set lunch.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing to start the drive. Floyd, he gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Danny. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Get it.
From the gun, Floyd. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
54's Mike. Check.
Looking to throw on second down. Floyd. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A 20th carry here for Elliott. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, Sam off. Step.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Hey, lock it. Hard. Ready?
Now Elliott. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 33 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
We got double up, double up.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gage, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around.
Switch.
To throw on 3rd down. Floyd. He's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. On 1st down, Floyd. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. They set the goal beginning of the year, hey, let's win 7 games. Unfortunately, with this loss, they can't do it.
So now it'll be interesting to see how they respond as a team, because sometimes when you set goals, if you don't achieve them, you don't care anymore. You let everything else go. I want to see if they're going to continue to fight, scratch, claw, do whatever to try and get as many wins as possible, even if it doesn't reach their stated number.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Heinz Field.
100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when I tackle like damager. Then react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet.